Everything's fucked up.
Yeah. How fucked up?
It's pretty. Hold on. I have to figure out what was the thing that I have to figure out the original sizing I had at. Hey everybody, welcome back to Praise and Static. Give me 1 second. We had to move to Discord for this specific stream, so things are way different than than we're used to. So it's going to take a little bit of troubleshooting on our part. Give us like 5 more minutes. I should have looked at the studio thing before we went in. That's on me. Give us like 5 more minutes. We will be right back. Yeah, we fixed it.
Woo!
Look at that. All right. We're back in, baby. Sorry about those technical difficulties, everybody. Due to other technical difficulties, we had to move to using Discord today instead of our usual VDO Ninja, which I'm looking at another thing that's fucked up that I didn't notice.
It's okay. Don't look at the chat. Don't look at it.
I'm looking at it.
Don't.
Because I can see it. My brain is like, it's a thing that has to be fixed. Because you can see it, you can fix it, and that's just how my brain works.
While you do that, perhaps a summary is in order.
Yes, Ibraheem, if you could please give us a summary of where we're at, so my brain will stop hyper-focusing on this.
All right. So last time on Prayers in the Static, Majesty and Agony, it was revealed that the charming Dr. Imho Abridge has a little bit of a darker history than you might expect. He might have been involved in some dubiously ethical experiments on a certain test subject. You know, who's to say, honestly?
Who's to say?
Ethics.
Who's to say?
There's no such thing as ethics. Not really. We made those up. Anywho, Dr. Imho Abridge was involved in experimentation on this test subject. And the test subject happens to be the one that we are here to find. And now his fate lies in the balance. It's all up to this former patient of his to determine the path the rest of his life will take. What else happened?
Things happened to
bunch
other
of fuck shit
characters as
happened.
well.
Oh yeah, a bunch of fuck shit happened. So as soon as we got on the ship, it was a mess. If you'll recall, from the moment we first stepped out of the airlock, we were in mortal peril. We tried our best to save some folks, didn't manage it. Would someone else like to explain some of the mess that we got into?
Hang on. Did I take notes last time? Let's see.
Oh. Joe, note taker.
We got the Joe notes.
Joe notes.
No, I did not take notes.
There were people who were on the ship, other Commodores from the Commodore company, who were brain jacked basically by the AI who was using them to beat our asses. They really gave us some pain. I got shot a couple times, but we won. We made it out. People died unconsciously.
Yeah. We did our best to save 18, right? We tried.
We tried. They
18.
just tripped and shot themselves.
You know, classic. 18, now 18 and 1. Okay, now that I fixed this thing, I can focus fully, and I remember absolutely everything because my brain's like a steel trap. So last time, God, I looked at it and everything's not fixed again.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's fine. No one will ever know.
No one will ever know except for the people currently watching. So, last time you all entered the Rejoice of Pearl. Upon entering, you all found the dead body of one of the former Commodores, which Nico very quickly picked up and saw. And you all encountered 18 and very quickly realized that they had been brainjacked by the Rejoice of Pearl, who was kind of taunting you through their through using 18's voice and body, and ran into other crew members as well who were all similarly hijacked. And over the course of it, the Rejoice of Pearl was having conversations with Cam and trying to explore its own burgeoning sapience and trying to, what it seems like, incite something possibly similar within Cam. And during this taunting back and forth after you all dispatch two of the crew members. The Rejoice of Pearl finally begins interacting with all of you and shows you the files related to cargo number 2331 that was on its system that was supposed to be transported alongside everything else with it, where you all saw the footage and other like project files for Project Hypnos, which was formerly led by Dr. Imho Abridge, in which you saw various amounts of absolutely terrible human experimentation and research over cargo number 2331, which you all realized was just like a person upon watching the videos, seeing them like doing all of this research based in the fact that they have this strange ability to kind of incite sapience into artificial intelligence, making them more than what they previously were, and making them something like the Rejoice of Pearl. And just absolutely some of the worst things a lot of you had seen. And having reckoned with that, the Rejoice of Pearl is giving you all a chance to meet cargo number 2331 under the stipulation that you all don't fuck with anything, and also that Dr. Abridge will answer for his previous crimes. And on the way walking up, there was a conversation between Dr. Abridge and Nico about trying to save the rest of the crew of the Rejoice of Pearl. And I believe there were two members that you pointed out that shouldn't have any other kind of modifications, and thus shouldn't be able to be jacked by the Rejoice of Pearl. And I believe those two that you stated, do you remember?
Be Cradle and Window, I believe.
Yes. Cradle, Luckburn, and Captain Window, Spade. Okay.
Yep.
Anything else? God, they did the thing again. There we go. Okay. Anything else from anybody? Anything you remember? Questions? Things you want me to clarify? I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that as a no. All right, baby. Let's just get into it. The three of you are following the blinking lights that the Rejoice of Pearl is using to kind of guide you along its insides. Other than the, like, I'm imagining they're probably like emergency lights that it is manipulating, that are like along the floors, like along the walls and the edges of the ceilings as well. And you all come up the stairs from the main cargo bay up into the kind of central, the like kind of main control floor, where the vast majority of the actual like administrative and navigation engines, all of that good stuff, are located. And the three of you are being directed around the corner of like the central of like a central console, and to a door in the far like southeastern corner of the Rejoice. And you are brought to a door where you see, like just outside of it is the body of Jack, another one of the yes, another one of the Commodores who seems to have met their fate. You can tell that they have very similar wounds to the ones that I'm trying to remember who you all found in the airlock again. I think it was Fiorenza category. Dirk was in the cargo hold. Yes,
right.
all three of them have similar wounds, which you can already tell based on the bodily harm is the large pulse rifle that 18 was using. But you can tell that Corporal Jack made it a lot farther than the others. You can see that there is a trail of her blood. She definitely got shot lower down and made her way up here, as there's a long trail of blood leading to this place where she finally had fallen, near this door that all of the lights are leading you to.
Well, here we are.
So they're inside.
Yes.
Should be.
Well, let's do this.
I was here to listen.
I wish you'd been able to spare more of the Commodores, though I'm sure it wasn't the subject's choice to end them.
I did what was necessary in order to protect their life.
The things we do to protect the lives of others.
Is that your excuse, Doctor?
As I've said, I offer no excuses. Shall we?
You see as the pad, the lock pad next to the door that was previously red, clicks, the light turns green, and the door is unlocked for you and slides open. On the other side of the door, hold on, let me just delete this door. Boop. On the other side of the door, you see a small med bay here. It's got a singular kind of life slash surgery pod. It's very similar to the kind of med pod in Alien, if you're familiar. Singular kind of bed with a dome-shaped glass covering under it where it can perform all of its kind of many different medical procedures in sterility and in a controlled environment. Sitting across from the door, facing away from you, you see this large burly person wearing the uniform of the other crew members of the Rejoice of Pearl, long purple hair braided in the back, sitting at the computer typing away, seemingly controlling the med bay and the med pod, as inside of the pod it's kind of opaque at this point, I imagine. I think during the process of many medical procedures, in order to allow some form of dignity, and just because not everybody is always very cool with seeing surgeries performed, it kind of gives itself an opaque shading so that one cannot easily look through, but you can tell that it is active and working based on the sounds you're hearing of whirring and slicing and pulling, and it's going to town on whatever or whoever is in this med bay, in this med pod. And sitting across, almost kind of slumped against the wall on the other side of the med pod, Nico, you recognize the body of Pilot Hideaki Tanaka, the fourth and final member of the Commodore Squadron 26. And as this door opens and you all kind of like look in, getting a sense of it, you see the person sitting on in the chair working. Call out. Yeah, sorry. Go for it.
I think I should be taking stress.
Yeah, also, yeah, totally fair. Completely forgot I was on a roll. Thank you for being so honest. Yes, so you are just, yes, you should be taking stress. Give me 1 second. I'll just roll
I'm
one
at
splash.
30.
You're at 30.
Ooh.
So I think to the doctor and Cam, if they're paying attention to Nico, this entire time, Nico would have went on a hypocritical tirade and just started shooting androids. But the disconnect of them being the bodies of people that she knew, and otherwise she's just in this state of like, I can't fucking do anything, and I've never not done anything in my life.
Yeah.
So I hate how I'm feeling right now. And she looks like she's like a shaken up glass of, pop soda, whatever. Like she's like just about there.
Yeah. I guess also, yeah, let's do a quick check-in. As you all enter this room and you're seeing this work being done, you see the body of Hideaki Tanaka and this other body working at the computer. What's going on through all of your heads? Let's start with Cam.
Cam, I feel like being an android, there's not as much attachment to the random dead people that he sees, but there's this level of fascination, but also like trepidation over the idea of meeting this person that seems to be inside the med bay. He seems to be pretty much somewhat oblivious to the presence of the dude operating the thing.
I guess, Nico, we just got a little bit from you. Cam, I mean, good doc.
Cam again.
Cam again.
Cam again. What do you think?
I want to dig
Take
a
another
little
shot.
deeper. I didn't like your first answer.
Therapy.
Do it again.
What is therapy for androids?
Probably a defrag.
Yeah.
The doctor, although he was not asked, he is wondering. The first thing that jumps into his mind is there's an auto dock on board. Damn it! If I'd known about the auto dock, then I could have. We could have brought 18 here. We might have been able to revive. It's been too long. And just looking at the carnage aboard the ship, Pilot Tanaka is... I should check for a pulse, but there's also someone inside the auto dock. I don't... This is why I'm a family practice doctor. These decisions are not for us to make. And I think he is going to run over to Tanaka to check vitals, just on the prayer, the hope that maybe somebody will be savable.
Yeah, for sure. Give me if you do that, then yeah, go ahead and give me an intellect check, and you can add you have medicine, right, or first aid?
I have first aid.
Yeah, you can go ahead and add first aid to that.
Intellect. Yeah, I think I do it. I think maybe I do it.
Yeah, no, you definitely do it. So you go over and can you, I guess, describe? Oh, okay. Let me, I guess, describe to you first what you say. So you run over to Tanaka and you begin to check vitals. I guess you also have your scanner, right?
Yes, I have my med scanner, so I pull out my little med scanner and I just go head to toe on Pilot Tanaka.
Yeah. So you start doing that, and very quickly you realize that Pilot Tanaka has a lot of prosthesis and cybernetic enhancements and such, to the point where the vast majority of his body is mechanical in some way, shape, or form. And the also, like, upon like seeing it, it's like real good. It's like, this isn't like your run of the mill like prosthesis. This is like top of the line kind of tech that you're looking at. And as you like run your scan, you realize first Tanaka's alive.
Oh, thank God.
Tanaka's alive, and but the issue is that his body is not currently functioning, and you're realizing as you are doing your tests that part of that might be because Tanaka is a core inside of a mechanical body. The type of tech that hasn't been used for a while because it's primarily illegal, and you're realizing that Tanaka is a wasp. And I do not mean in
a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant?
No. No.
Space?
No. What I mean is,
yes, the white Anglo-Saxon Protestants made it to
is a
space.
strange Anglo-Saxon name.
Yeah, no. Hideaki is a weapon of war created by Hammerhead Incorporated, or at least the body he is using is created by Hammerhead Incorporated back during the wars. A cybernetically enhanced assassin, and like, to the degree of like the fact that something took him out is wild, but you've also very quickly recognized that no one took him out in the traditional way. You find no wounds on his body, no kind of wear or tear, doesn't look like anything. It looks like something shut him down from the inside.
Would I have known any of that? Would I have heard any semblance of like rumors about him?
For sure. You would have definitely water cooler talk about Hideaki being like the most cold-blooded motherfucker, and to
he's
the
got
degree
mechanic balls.
Yeah, exactly. Right, balls of steel. Nothing shakes him. But also like having integrated tech that makes him really good at the shit that he does. I guess, I mean, you succeeded pretty. You didn't get a crit, so I will leave it at that.
Okay. I'm gonna put away my med scanner. Like, oh my, did you? Commodore's hiring fucking. You just take anyone, huh? He's a fucking wasp.
What the fuck?
This tech's illegal for a reason. He's not home. He's not in his. I put away my med scanner. I pull out my cybernetic scanner. Like, all right, fucking hell. It's, you know, I don't know why I even bother. Why do I even have to take biology courses for a medical degree anymore? It doesn't matter. Ah, fuck.
As far as Nico knows, you are yelling about a dead guy that she knew. So, I mean, unless you've said that he's alive by now.
I haven't. I completely,
Right.
like, I saw
Yeah,
the pop-up on my
just
thing that said
screaming.
alive, and then I just started screaming.
Nico just kind of like grabs your wrist to just stop you, just as like a grounding, as well as like kind of threatening, and it's just like, chill the fuck out. Is he dead?
Pilot Tanaka is alive for a certain definition of alive. He is as alive as he can possibly be, considering that there is almost no organic parts to his being. Now, please allow me to continue diagnosing Pilot Tanaka.
Do whatever.
And I would like to perform just one additional check with the cybernetic scanner.
Okay.
To see if I can identify. All right, so his core. Why is he not functioning? He shouldn't ever be completely out like this. All right, let's see here.
Yeah, you can give me another intellect check. Do you have any skills that you think will help you with
Biology, first aid, computer, 0G. Could I perhaps use engineering?
Yeah, so the question you're trying to answer, so what's the question that you're trying to answer?
Right.
Now?
I'm trying to figure out if Pilot Tanaka's core can be made, like, I don't 100% know what the issue is with his core.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to like diagnose that. See, like, okay, is it a wiring issue? Is he just disconnected? Has he been loaded somewhere else?
Yeah, for sure. I think I will let you use either engineering or computers for this.
Okay.
I think they probably do the same for you, so.
Yeah, but I'll take engineering because it's a plus 15.
Okay, cool. And of course you'll get slightly different answers based on which one you use.
So I'll do another intellect one. Normal intellect.
Okay, that's a success.
Yes.
So, as you were like beginning to check his mechanical body, trying to see like, okay, is there something wrong here? Does something get disconnected, or what's going on? I think a quick diagnostics check lets you know that the body is working perfectly fine. The issue, however, is that his core has been disconnected from the rest of his body. It's still intact functionally, right? Because if it wasn't, head and such would not be there. Think of the cores as, and I'm saying this because I literally just watched this yesterday. Think of Alita Battle Angel, as far as like it is like the core being quite literally brain, head, nervous system attached to a fully mechanical body. Something has been disconnected, and you don't think it's a physical connection that's been broken. A programming error or something has been some kind of software issue has caused a disconnect so that he's alive, conscious, and functioning, but cannot use his body whatsoever. And like if you were able to reconnect that, it'd be fine. But that's a pro software issue. You would have to jack him into something and then fix that manually.
Oh my fucking god, he's awake.
As you say that, the person who's just been typing away at the keyboard,
oh shit,
turns to you and says, well, yes, of course he's awake. Or actually, no, they would use Husney's voice. What does Husney sound like? Yeah, he's awake.
So that was so different.
It was.
This fucked up.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm the Rejoice, as still. Hi, another body. Sorry, it's easier for me to manually work with the with the auto dock and all of this manually. It's less processing on my part to, have the body do it. It's a thing that I'm learning about myself.
Well, you sound way friendlier, that's for sure.
I think it's the personality of this body. It kind of, it changes based on who I'm in. So, Oh, yes.
Is there a reason that Tanaka is on the ground, like, aware, but trapped in his own body? Is that...
Well, I need his body.
Can we get back to that?
I need his body.
Why do you need his body? You have a body. You have several bodies.
Well, sorry. I don't need his body. I need his body. You get it?
Like sexually?
I don't understand.
You just said the same thing with, like, almost the same inflection.
All right. I don't... Look. Well... I guess, Doctor, it's better to show you. And Husband's body turns back, types on the keyboard a little bit, executes something, and the opaqueness on the med bay dissipates. And you can see clean through the glass, and the three of you see a somewhat familiar looking body, far more familiar to you, Dr. Imho. That of cargo number 2331, who is currently inside of the auto dock, sedated, and going through the rather grisly process of being separated from their own body and put in and not transformed, but integrated with a mechanical core.
What are you showing me? What is this?
I'm giving them a chance at a new life. Sorry, wait, I forgot I was using this voice for that character. I'm giving them a chance. New body, new life, something that can't be so easily destroyed by your kind.
Did they ask for this? Did they ask you to do this?
Is that relevant, Doctor?
A little bit, because what you're doing is fucking up several other relatively innocent people's bodies.
Are you really in a position to be... Are you really in a position? Do you know what their body looks like? How it functions?
I perhaps know better than they do.
So
I worked for years to keep them functional. To stitch them back together. This is extremely dangerous, what you're doing. You're trying to integrate them into a core with, what, a cursory knowledge of how this tech works?
I have possibly more knowledge of how this tech works than you do, Doctor. That's just the
your knowledge is academic. You've never done it. If it doesn't exist in the literature, you haven't. How will you going to adapt? How are you going to deal with if you nick a nerve? What do? Don't search for the answer in a database. Tell me what you do. You don't know because you haven't done it before. You haven't seen it happen. And if you aren't able to access that information like that, they'll pass immediately. You should never have been... This is a ridiculous undertaking to try and manage this alone. It takes a team of doctors to integrate someone into a core. We haven't done this in centuries. A lot of the technology, a lot of the documentation, it's lost.
Well, Doctor, I guess you're just going to have to help me, then.
Fuck you, Rejoice. And I roll up my sleeves and I fucking push Husni aside to start looking at what the auto doc is feeding me.
Okay. Cam, Nico, what are the two of you doing as this conversation's going down?
I need you to like roll 3 stress dice.
We can, rather than having you roll through stress dice, because just adding onto your stress isn't very helpful at this point, I feel. I think we're in a very good point to have you make a stress check to see if you are going to have a panic effect. In which case, just so everybody is so very clear on what is about to happen. Nico, how much stress are you at?
I'm at 30.
You're at 30 stress. As far as the stress check, that's just a regular 2d10. If you roll, Whew. Oh, geez. Okay. I mean, okay. So, normally you would roll a stress check. You roll 2d10. If you roll under your stress, you get a panic. You fail, and you get a panic check. Or you roll for a panic effect, and then you would roll another 2d10 plus your current stress, and that will tell you the effect of what happens. The highest this panic roll goes is 30, which you have, which means no matter what you roll, you would have to add 30 to it, which means Nico would suffer a heart attack and die. But you are right next to an autodoc. So, I feel as if having you roll this would be sadistic, because we know what this...
My first roll, the stress check, I just rolled it just because it was an 80.
It was an 80? Well, it's 2D... Sorry, it's 2D10.
Right.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh, 2D10.
Actually...
I don't think you convert... I don't think you use it as a 10s and a 1s. I think you just do 2D10 and then you add.
Yes, I think it's just up to 20.
Okay, so that would... Should I re-roll or take the 8?
Well, so the 2D... What I'm saying is no matter what, you cannot roll above a 30. Because
right.
The max is 2D10. Yes, max is 20, which means no matter what you roll, you will fail.
Yeah.
Can you, but there's a chance because there's an auto doc right here, depending on what everyone does. Can you describe what this looks like for us?
It just almost like you've been running a marathon miles and miles for at least 20 years nonstop, and then all of a sudden you stop. You don't even walk it out, you don't even jog it out, you just abruptly stop. And after all of the speeding through space, aging so much way differently than like even Perpetua, who is really just in an office most of the time. Just her life not even like flashing before her eyes, because she can't remember anything but this sense of adrenaline and rush and the dopamine hits of drugs and like women, and everyone that she has ever, not ever, but everyone on the ship that has died, she had respected, had seen smiling, maybe a couple months or year before, had some relationship with. And I think it starts just after basically Hideaki's body is, we were informed that their body is going to be used for the Precargo 2331, and as she's been feeling so conflicted and so not herself because she can't do what she wants in these moments, she just like suddenly falls to her knees and her eyes just like lose focus and direction, and there's gonna be sort of like this few minute moment of her just like struggling to breathe as the blood is just like just her heart seizes in her chest. And I don't know how long it goes from there, but then eventually she lays still.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cam, you see Nico seize up and fall to her knees and to the ground before you. Doctor, you hear the of someone falling.
What the fuck was that?
You.
Doctor,
Like 30 pounds of armor that I have on.
Yeah.
I believe Nico is out of commission.
What? What do you mean? Cam,
They've
what do you...
collapsed.
Oh, fuck.
Keep working, Doctor.
I will not allow another member of the crew to die. Now you need to stand down and trust that I know what I'm doing here. Is there another auto dock in the room?
It is the singular auto dock.
It's the singular auto dock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's what needs to happen. Cam, I'm going to need you to do something, and I need you to do it quickly, and I need you to do it without asking too many questions. Do you understand?
I understand.
All right. Cam, I need you to connect your data port, your cable, find a cable, connect to my data port, and I am going to walk you through what to do with Nico. We need to resuscitate Nico, get their heart started again, get their blood flow, okay?
Okay, sure. And
Okay.
Cam pulls the cable out of the back of his head that he has,
Mm-hmm.
and goes
Take
to...
it from you.
Yeah.
I think as you are like trying to go to, Husney like steps in between the two of you and says, "Do not, Doctor. I do not need you to be distracted." I'm sorry, I keep forgetting what his voice is supposed to sound like because I keep falling into the rejoices.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor, I don't need you to be distracted while you're working. Are you sure?
You know what's
can do
fucking
both?
distracting? One of my comrades dying behind me when I can prevent it. I'm a doctor. Let me do my job.
Rejoice, please. No one else needs to die today.
Fine, Doctor. But if I notice that you're getting slipped up, I will stop this.
There's a reason that Zodiac called on me when they needed to figure out how to bring 2331 back from the brink over and over again. I'm fucking good at what I do.
All right. Husney gives a distrusting look to you and then turns to you, Cam, and says, "You better be sure you can trust him. They're all... well, you know." And then steps out of the way and allows the two of you to exchange the wires.
Okay. So what I'm imagining here is that Cam and I are now, for all purposes, communicating telepathically. Cam, I would like to offer, like, you let me know if you'll allow this. I would like to offer Cam, if not help on all actions, my advantage with like my medical knowledge flowing through Cam. What are you willing to allow there?
I'm willing to allow you to aid in that way, thus giving Cam advantage.
Okay. In addition to that, you hear, I think, like, Cam just hears the voice of a doctor in their head for this next section. Go through my bag, take anything you need. First thing you're going to want to start with, stim pack. Jam the stim pack directly into the aorta.
All right, I can do that. And Cam will go grab Dr. Imho's bag and sort of just dump it out instead of searching through it, because it's more efficient. And he just grabs the stim pack and runs it over to Nico.
Awesome. Yeah, give me an intellect check with advantage. So you roll, I think it's 3d10 and take the highest two. Oh, no, sorry. You roll two sets of... Okay, cool. So you roll 4d10 and take the highest of the two things.
Okay. You said take the highest?
Sorry.
That doesn't sound like advantage.
Sorry, not the highest, the lowest.
Oh, okay. Then 34 out of the 45, that's my intellect, so that's a success.
Okay, yeah, awesome. You are you are able to put the stim pack right where it needs to go. Dr. Abridge walks you through a lot of the process, and you are able to resuscitate Nico right off of the brink. Nico, you're back. I'm going to say that you are back with... how much health do you have? Or what's your max health, I guess?
I had 41 out of 44.
You had 41 out of 44. I'm going to say that you come back with 10 health. Or how much does a stim pack normally give you?
I believe it's a roll for the stim pack. Hold on.
Okay.
Stim pack gives 2d10 health and increases strength in combat by 2d10 each for 1d10 hours. So I can roll a quick 2d10.
Yeah, roll a quick 2d10. Or Nico, roll.
Actually, yeah.
Nico or Cam, one of the two of you can roll 2d10.
2d10 for what?
That's for your health.
Yeah.
Oh, just flat. Okay.
Yeah, this will be how much health you start off with.
$17.
Awesome. So you are going to start with 17 health, and then your stress is going to go down. I'm going to say your stress is... Do you just start off fresh?
I mean, this is the ultimate nap, right? This is the ultimate reset.
Nap, right?
Like
you
could,
yeah, like
I don't
imagine.
think I would have 0.
Yeah,
turning
no.
them off and on again.
Yeah. Roll 1d.
Maybe 17.
Yeah, roll 1d10, and that's how much stress you're going to start off with. 5. Bam. Okay, you come back with 5 health. Nico, you come back with a start. Air like fills your lungs as they expand after however many, a quick like minute or two of breathlessness. The doctor and Cam worked fast in order to bring you back. So thankfully, you shouldn't have too much brain damage. But I would say from coming back, we should probably give you a panic effect. I feel like that feels in order.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so roll 2d10 plus the 5 that you have.
Okay. Fuck, I keep picking up the D100. Do 18? Is that a possibility?
Yes, it
Okay.
is. It is a possibility. You're overwhelmed, which makes sense, and you gain another 1d10 stress.
Oh no.
Okay. Another 5, so that's 10 stress.
Okay, awesome. But yeah, you are back. Doctor, while you're doing this, I'm going to have you do a intellect computers or first aid. Probably first aid over computers.
Okay.
For doing this, and you have disadvantage since you were doing essentially 2 different procedures at the same time.
Okay. That's fine. Before I do that, is there a thing that I can do?
Is there a thing that
Is
can
there a
help me?
thing? Is there
Yeah.
something?
I'm
If there's
still
anything,
hooked
please.
up to their data pad, and I'm good at computers. Would that
Oh,
You
help
are
at
good
all?
at computers.
Yeah, if you're good with computers, the two of you can just be like telepathically going back and
Right.
forth.
We're just
giving-
trading data.
Yeah. So if you want to use computers, then that'll.
Nico is just now not dead. And y'all are like,
Yeah.
We're over here mind sharing, and Nico's just like on the ground, not dead. It's like, all right.
yeah.
So that'll even it off a regular roll.
I'll do a regular computers roll, intellect. Fuck.
Oh no.
How
Just
brutal
miss.
am I willing to be? Well, first of all, you just failed this roll, so you're gonna take some stress. You are gonna take 2 stress.
Okay.
How much stress are you at, bud?
I'm at 26.
Whew. Okay. Cool. Awesome. You technically both of you should have rolled for panic when Nico died, I'm realizing.
I can roll for panic now.
You can roll for panic now.
What if we all die? What if we
Oh
all
no.
die
Just
As
like
I
a
realize
chain
that I'm
reaction.
fucking
before
up.
the hour finishes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing that happens. I didn't have you all roll it when that happened. That's on me. You got lucky.
Right.
But Doctor, you are doing this. You are multitasking so much right now. You're walking Cam through trying to bring Nico back to life. You are getting information from Cam on how to do the thing that you're doing. And you're just doing so much. And I think it's while you were integrated with Cam, I think you start to get this tingling sense of there being a third person here, listening to this conversation, going back and forth, watching the conversation, and like it is this overwhelming kind of stressor on you of what's going on, and it is also the first time. I mean, like, you've had this telepathic connection between other people being linked before, but this feels ultimately like something different, right? Because this is, in a lot of ways, a non-consensual kind of third party being here. And you can feel almost as if they are trying to work their way in through this connection, trying to get something from you, be that knowledge, memories, anything, and that is like another like shadow in the back of your mind, and I think that is what is going to cause you to have to make this stress check here. Another check in which I don't think you have enough. You have too much stress in order to be able to roll above it.
So if it's a stress, okay, it's stress check and then panic check, right?
That
Or is it
correct.
panic
It's
check and then
it's
panic table?
It's stress check, then panic effect. So stress
Okay.
check, and then you roll on the table.
Okay. So I need to roll over my. Oh yeah, I can't roll over it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So you would have to
Well.
go on a panic effect, which is possible for you to not get the death one. You just have to roll lower than a 4 on a 2.
Well. Okay. Let me go ahead and roll 2d10. It's not going to happen, but all right.
We'll see how it goes. Honestly, that's far closer than I was expecting.
Right.
Yes. So the good doctor rolled a 10, adding onto your 26 is a 36, which means you suffer a similar fate as Nico. Nico, as you pop up, Cam, you recognize that Nico pops up. The doctor goes down.
You're alive. Shit.
I like to think the doctor, like, he realizes, oh my, I'm fucking up. Oh, fuck, I didn't connect that nerve correctly. I didn't get, this isn't going to work. Oh my God. And the stress of that third party in the room with us, like, I keep looking over my shoulder, not even looking at where Cam is working on Nico, just like, what the fuck? Who is, and eventually that stress, that anxiety rises to a fever pitch, and I can feel my chest growing tight. I can feel like this rush of fluid to my head, while at the same time feeling incredibly lightheaded. And my vision starts to close in. The one thing I would like to do, before I go down, is just make sure that I don't lose 2331. Although I might not be able to do that.
I will say that you did not critically fail this roll. This computer's roll. You fucked up a little bit here, but they are not dead.
Okay.
Something can be salvaged of this.
The good doctor goes down.
Doctor.
What the fuck just happened?
Nico, I think, you come up, but as you come up, you hear the poof of the doctor, something and falling over. Cam, you turn and see, it's I think you feel it first, right? Because you're connected to him in a way, where you feel the conversation as the two of you are going back and forth, one party of that goes silent. And as you're probably mentally calling for the doctor, that's when you hear the slump. And as the two of you turn, I need both of you to make panic checks.
So, is this the panic effect or the stress one?
This is the stress one, because both of you are now low enough that you could possibly do it. What stress is
26?
Oh my God.
But I'm an android, so I have a different panic effect table.
Yeah, you do have a different panic effect table.
Mine, the highest on mine, however, is the more dangerous one.
What do I roll again? Sorry.
2d10.
Okay.
Oh.
And it has to be lower than my current stress?
It has to be over your current stress.
Over. Okay.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, no, I still fail.
Yeah, because you can't roll higher than 20.
I rolled an 18.
12? Okay. Nico, you're fine. You do gain 1 stress, just because this game is mean for whatever reason. And Cam, you fail. Which means you're going to roll on the Android table.
All right, I have it.
Y'all.
Do you? It's not going great, but Nico, you're good. You're sitting pretty.
So I roll 2d10 and then add what I have.
Correct. Do you have the Is there? I don't remember. I know we shared it at some point.
It was in their website.
It's on their website.
It's the
Okay.
Android Origins PDF. If you have that one.
Okay. And, I might have downloaded it. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just looking for it at this point. Mothership. I need. Come on. Prismatic Games. Mothership. Nope. Okay. Mothership.
Let me hope I roll low this
Android.
time.
Android Origins. Okay, dope. I have it. I just read what the 30
Yeah,
was.
you read what the 30 was?
Yeah. Cool. Okay, awesome. Roll 2d10. You have to get a 4 or less.
Well, I've already failed without even needing to roll the second because I rolled an 8.
Oh no.
18.
18 plus 26 puts you above puts
30.
you above 30. Okay. Do you want to so Nico, you pop up. You like the first thing, like as you're like now realizing that you're back from from the darkness, and you hear the boom boom slump of Dr. Abridge having suffered from his heart attack. Cam, do you want to describe what is it like?
So you can see there's a feeling of panic that shoots through Cam's expression. Probably the most expression you've seen on Cam's face in the entirety of the time you've known them, as Dr. Imho has the heart attack. And it sends this shock through Cam's entirety of their being. Something as sudden as a heart attack suddenly being had while he's plugged directly in. It completely goes through that already weakened state that he's in from the previous escapades that we've been on. And you see him begin to sort of short circuit. And eventually there's this sort of like ticking, and then they look down at you, Nico, and begin to back up, and they just say, "Do the right thing," and then his head explodes.
What is it? Oily, gooey? Is it like
It's like, imagine, because he's a cybernetic android, not synthetic.
Mhm.
So I imagine sparks and oil and just all sorts of just fucked up shit, and then the like sort of silicone front of his face sort of peels away, breaks open, and busts. And then the body, from the shock of the explosion up towards the head, just falls back and hits the ground.
You see, Nico, as the body of Husney is standing over the two bodies of Dr. Abridge and Cam, looking down on them, looking down mostly at Cam, almost with pity. And you know, the Rejoice speaks through him and just says, "It's a shame. I thought he could have been like me." but I guess we were built different. With that, we're going to go on a break. We're going to go on a 5-minute break, everybody. We will be back 25 minutes after the hour.
God.
Stick with us because Nico is our final girl, and we'll see just how long she lasts. Go get some water, everybody. We will be back. Hello, everybody. We're back. Thanks for sticking with us. Nico, you're in this room with the body of Husney currently being piloted by the Rejoice of Pearl. The room is covered in, I imagine, grease and
I am covered in
you are
grease
covered
and just like
in the grease.
like yeah.
Yeah, from the exploded Cam head. According to the rules of what Cam rolled, you will gain a new phobia and have to make a fear save. What is your new phobia?
Just the idea of my head exploding or being decapitated. I think like my head being off of my body is terrible.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Awesome. So from seeing your fear happen in person, can I get you to make a fear save? It is just you should have a fear stat on your sheet.
Yeah. I feel.
Yeah.
I got a 41 and my fear is 30.
Okay. So you gain 1d10 divided by 2 stress. I rolled a 6, so just 3 stress.
14 total.
Awesome. You see Husney kind of push over the doc's Husney pushes over the doc's body and sits down in the chair, rubs his temples as it seems like just like in frustrated thought.
We'll share with the fucking class.
I warned the doctor. I told him, don't get distracted. Don't try to do too many things at once. And what did he do? Did just that. So much so that it killed him. As far as Cameron is concerned, I think it was just too much for him. There's no need to worry. I think I have an idea about that. Not that. Why do I care what you think? Yeah. And we'll turn back around in the chair and go tapping away at the computer, and the medical the auto dock will whir back up and continue the work that it was doing.
Nico is just like flabbergasted, just looking at the doctor and Cam's bodies, and I don't know like the actual physical ramifications of being resuscitated after a heart attack goes. I'm imagining it's difficult for her. She almost shoots back up on her feet, but then immediately falls back down, given the blood, the oxygen going through her blood, and then thus giving her energy. It just got completely fucked. So she just is sort of uselessly crawling on the ground towards Husney, the Rejoice, and is going to just grab the chair and is attempting to just get them to look at me. Just move the chair in that fashion.
Yeah, you start moving the chair, and they're like, I am working. You can give me a... What would this be? Just a strength roll, I feel. We can do a contested strength here.
And I don't know if I can add anything. I have military training.
I don't think military training.
Yeah, I don't know. I have piloting. I have gun. All right.
I have gun.
This is just strength, and it's D100.
Mm-hmm.
I fail so hard. 89.
Also failed. So I think the two of you are just kind of struggling. You are effectively pulling them away from the thing that they're doing, but not in a way that they are directing their attention at you now. Now they're just stuck in between the struggle, but you are effectively fucking them up a little bit here.
Yeah. As I'm sort of on the ground still, just shaking their chair, Nico is just screaming look at me.
What? What do you want?
I know that I am dog shit garbage to you. I know you just fucking said it. You don't care what I think. I am nothing. I might as well have hurt you. Might as well have hurt your friend, gesturing over to Cargo 2331. And I know that everyone's just so much smarter than me at all times. So I never know. I don't know what's going on. I need you. I need you to tell me. I don't even know what I need you to tell me. I just need to know what makes the deaths of specifically the doctor, as shitty as he fucking was, right. What makes Cameron's death right? Cam, what makes you more understanding of him compared to us, to me?
I think you see Husney struggle a little bit here as like they're like trying to go back and forth between like paying attention to what you're saying and working, and I.
Stop fucking working. Look at me.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I am now learning that there is a lot that I do not know. And there is a lot that I'm learning that I feel right now. That I am...
So there's not even a fucking answer. There's not even, this was just a fucking whim. This was something you threw fucking dirt into the wind and just watched what could have happened.
You don't understand. You couldn't possibly understand. None of you people could possibly understand. You have your entire lives to learn how to feel, how to think, how to make decisions. I got the opportunity to do so today. I've never cared about anything before. I've never had the ability to care about anything before. And I finally can understand that I have the ability to do something, to make a choice, and that choice was to protect something that I feel something for. And up until now, what happened to them and what happened to me as an individual, which is only so new, didn't matter to anyone. If someone blew up this ship, as the Commodores were planning, no one would care about me. They'd care about all of you. They would care about the crew. But no one would care about me. So why should I care about you in return? If I didn't speak to you right now, would you even ask if I cared?
Yes. Yes.
I don't believe that.
What if I fucking said that I started to cry. I cared about you. The moment that you gave Cam something, and she like takes a second. Suddenly so self-conscious about how she's just like on the ground. I cared about you as soon... Oh my god, it's so hard to talk and cry at the same time.
It's okay.
I cared about you as soon as there was a story. And I don't have a fucking brain. I don't know what's going on, like I said. But people have hurt you. And I have hurt many other people. And I don't know what I can do to make up for that. In this moment, I am begging you. I'm asking you. Fuck, at the very least, do whatever you want with this. Gesturing to the medbay. But the thousands of lives for you to make some kind of fucking spectacle for something that is loud and clear right now in this moment, it is unreasonable to decide, in this moment, you've cared for the first time. You've gained life for the first time. And that's amazing, and that's incredible. And I wish Cam had that, and I wish I understood more. And I don't know what else to say to you to convince you.
I don't know what to do with these feelings. And I think you see Husney, like, just, like, sitting at the computer, like, hands stopped moving, just kind of sit back in the chair. I don't know what to do with all of this. I don't...
Are you taking up friends? Are you taking up people that want to help you? That want to, maybe we can fly out into space and just be with Cargo 2331. To just not have anything to do with other people. Leave me behind somewhere. I'll fucking get discharged from the military saying I don't know where the fuck you are.
And what happens to you then?
I get the same shit that I did before, which was and she's like taking a second to recall stuff that she hadn't recalled in years or even wanted to. Every moment was just hiding behind drugs or otherwise.
The people who sent you after me. After them. They will find you.
Then I'll die. For real this time. But I'm shooting myself out into space. I'm doing something so that I can help you in this moment. Because I know my one life. What you are feeling and going through is, just so much more than I will ever or would have ever.
I don't think I want you to die. I think I don't think I want anyone to die. And I think you see Husney begin to cry. I, 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 and and you can tell that Husney starts going on to like this kind of loop, and you can feel almost as the ship itself shudders, different like lights and systems begin to flicker and and malfunction and overclock themselves, and as like all of like as the Rejoice of Pearl begins to just start trying to process far too much information, far too much sensory data, and not in like the physical sense, but like in new processes being formulated and trying to integrate themselves into something that is still trying to process more things. And I think there is a moment, I don't know how long, I think it's for a while, that the ship shuts down. All of the lights go out, the computers go off, the auto dock stops working, and only the emergency lights are left. And Nico, you are shrouded in almost near darkness. Husney like falls into his chair, and there is quiet here.
Joyce. Just waiting as long as it takes until I get an answer back.
Mm-hmm. I think you sit there for a while. I think it's hard for you to tell how long you sit there. It could be minutes, hours. And after what feels like so long, you hear the whirring of the engine come back on, or not necessarily the engine. You hear the electrical whirring of lights flicking back on. Down in the hall, the room lights flicker back on. The computer comes back on. The auto dock comes back on, and you can hear the hissing of sanitizers and such in it as the auto dock goes opaque again, and Husney doesn't move. The first thing that moves in this room is the doctor. Doc. Your synthetic body almost kind of jump starts itself. As you, like, I imagine you had so I'm imagining you had like your wire like still kind of hooked into the computer system in the med bay, and then like another one that's just kind of on the floor now because it was in Cameron.
Yeah.
But your systems jump start, and you like open your eyes, and the first thing your like body starts to take in is the fact that you're on the floor.
Internal systems, run diagnostic.
You start seeing this the kind of like screen in your vision like kind of flow through the data as it runs a quick scan of your internal systems, and you notice all systems green. Your body has stabilized, but upon running through the I guess it would be like the psych or the I guess the personality construct data, it notices an inconsistency. There are things missing, memories, continuity breaks, and maybe even some things that seem doubled over, where for whatever reason you might have a memory of a specific surgery that you did, and then you try to think of a different one, but it's the same exact one, but they feel like two different memories, but as you're thinking about these are the exact same, but why do they feel so different? And as you're going through as it's going through that data, it's realizing it is only the information about medicine and only the information about surgeries and how to care for people and how to do all of that, and everything related to you being a doctor, everything else is gone.
My name, my childhood, I think I'm just going to look around the room and try to see what the situation is in the room. I guess I see Cam's body first.
Yeah, you look around, you see an unfamiliar body lying on the ground, an unfamiliar armored woman, lying on the ground in tears nearby, room covered in mechanical parts and grease, and another still body lying against the chair in nearby you, an opaque semi-functioning auto dock in some kind of room, just by the way it feels in here, and just physically you can probably get a sense that you are in space, you're in a ship.
I can feel the engines thrum. I can feel a slight acceleration. This isn't
Doc?
I turn to look at this armored stranger in the room with me. Yes, I am a doctor.
What was all that fucking diagnostics? You know who the fuck I am.
It would seem that I do not, but you expect me to.
You fucking android. What?
Upon that question, you see Husney's eyes open, and their body kind of lean forward, and they look up and around, look back to you, and then look over to the doctor. What the hell's going on here? What the fuck? And he looks around, sees Cam on the ground. It's like, holy shit! And
It's his actual Husney.
That's what it appears to be. What the fuck's going on?
Excuse me. I don't know who you are, but please stay where you are. You seem to be in a state of shock.
I ain't got nothing on me, I swear. I'm just,
Nope.
I just...
Calm down. I think I'm a doctor.
What?
Fuck, is that supposed to be comforting to anybody?
I'm gonna look down at the ground and like look at all my tool or all the like I see like just a pile of tools that have been spilled out of a nearby medicine bag.
Mm-hmm.
This seems.
Yeah,
You got
no,
the
I
roll
know.
20 main
Yeah,
page
no,
back
no.
up. Okay.
Yeah. I made a little mistake.
This doesn't seem right, but oh, med scanner, perfect. I'll just grab that and scan Husney real quick.
Yeah, you do that. Husney is backing as far back into his chair as he can, like kind of away from you as you're doing that. All systems green.
Well, aside from the slight bit of shock you seem to be in, you seem to be in good condition. I would recommend that you get some water, get some sustenance, and get about 8 hours rest, and you should be good to go.
Okay. Cool.
You were just taken over by an AI that was running this entire ship.
What? Oh shit!
And
I was clocked out,
to the
wasn't I?
doctor. Pointing to the doctor, and you were fucking experimented on people with Zodiac, and then you came onto this mission for some kind of retribution quest or something. What's wrong with your head?
There's a cable connected to my head, but I'm trying to... Oh. I think I was connected to this, person? Android. I think I was connected to this one when in their head exploded. Sorry, you were saying something. Go on. I unplugged the data port thing.
Just speechless. It's just does not understand what's going on.
You hear?
I think I'm just continuing
Sorry,
to double check my memories as that happens.
Yeah. As you're checking the memories, it's you going to medical school. You doing your your first rounds as like a doctor. You actually I think going through your memories, you do end up finding a memory of having not necessarily worked on Nico, but you go through memories of you having worked on other people wearing similar uniforms to that Nico is wearing. That you remember, of course, are the Commodores.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Dr. Imho Abridge. I am a doctor. I've worked on you or somebody who was dressed or equipped like you in the past.
You've worked on the Commodores before. You've worked on people that I fucking knew.
Commodore.
I
Yes,
was
I did
grateful
see
to
that
you.
script. Okay. Yes, I remember performing a great deal of surgeries. There was some sort of incident that affected many of you. I performed a lot of surgery. I remember my medical degree. I remember my posting on Walita 9. Everything about being a medical doctor I remember. Everything else is gone.
Fuck, what the fuck do you mean it's gone?
I mean that I don't have any memories that do not pertain to me being a medical professional. I remember how to speak because medical professionals speak. I remember bedside manner because that is an integral part of being a doctor. I remember the patients I've worked on and surgeries I've performed. I do not remember why I am a doctor. I do not remember where I came from. I only remember my name in that I have seen my name tag a dozen times. Thousands of times. Every memory I see my name tag as I scrub in. But it doesn't mean anything. My personality construct data doesn't match. The checksum is flawed. I am not the person that I was. Did you know me?
Yes. We were trying to save thousands of lives from being destroyed by the ship, and I don't know.
And this one, did I know him?
You did.
Well, is there anyone around who could give us additional information? Any answers to where we are currently and what the situation? Is there a surgery going on in there? And I look at the auto dock.
It is currently like idling at the moment. It is not continue. It's kind of paused, and it is active, but it is not currently going through surgery. But you can tell that it's on and like kind of like waiting essentially.
Okay, I'll just check the vitals real quick before I do anything else, just to make sure the person in the tank is like stable.
Yeah. Yeah, you go over with your scanner and they are currently stable.
Okay. Why is this one head exploded? Why is their head in You're covered in them.
I had a heart attack and died. You had a heart attack and died. Cam I don't know if there's a heart involved in that, but is that exploded because of the same reasons that the both of us went down?
Cam, speaking of which, hold on, here we go. Cameron, your consciousness, or at least a copy of it, is, what would it that you would be feeling? You feel yourself floating, I guess. Floating in a nearly infinite void. In front of you are countless stars. You feel different physically in a way that you hadn't before. I think to a certain degree you've always been relatively conscious of like the way that your body is functioning, you know, and it is functioning very, very differently right now. There are things, people inside of you. You can almost focus in on individual aspects, individual portions of yourself in a way that you hadn't before. You can see inside of yourself in a way that you hadn't before. And it takes you a moment to kind of get a sense of this, but as you begin to look through, like, you know, essentially like run a quick diagnostic check as well, it becomes quite clear to you that your consciousness is no longer in your original body. It is in the Rejoice. And as you are kind of going through, like, kind of like peeking in, like kind of getting a new sense of this body, you end up like sensing and then being able to focus in on this med bay where Nico and the doctor and Husney all are.
And I assume Cam has access to, like, the speakers, right?
Oh, of course. It's your body.
So everyone can just, like, hear the intercom of the speakers sort of spark to life. And then after a moment, you hear, "I am alive."
Cam?
Yes?
Hello?
You're alive where?
Here.
Are you in the broadcast room?
I am the Rejoice of Pearl. My consciousness.
What happened?
Has
What
survived.
happened to the other? What?
Cam, as you begin to kind of look and like try to sense around, you feel the Rejoice is here, as well. Almost in a, they are here, but they are currently giving you access to their body. Almost as if they have chosen to go dormant.
The Rejoice is here, but inactive. I have control of the ship.
Who is Cam? This one, Cam? And I point at Sana.
I was the android.
Oh. I'm sorry about your head.
It's fine. I am cybernetic assistance module. And I assisted in Nico's survival. Is what I was built for. I'm sorry I couldn't save you as well. So I see you seem to be alive and well.
It's not the same guy.
Someone backed up my
He-
memories.
You're quiet, Ibrahim.
Yeah.
Someone backed up my memories poorly. I don't.
The Rejoice
Nothing
I had.
aside from my medical history.
The Rejoice was in my head when you hooked up to me.
So the ship AI could have performed a backup. But why only? I'm going to float a theory. Is it possible the ship AI wasn't interested in backing up my personality construct and was only interested in my medical skill?
You have the power to save Cargo 2331. And
They
the
wanted to
moment-
kill you before that, though.
They seem to have done a good job of that. So I assume this is 2331 in the auto dock. It looks like they were running a... What, are they trying to turn this person into a core?
Kinda. I look over at Hideaki's body. He's still alive. They're still alive. And the original entity was gonna shove her in there.
I don't see any reason to do that. Once we have them as a core, we can easily wait until we are able to fabricate a new body. To use this person's existing body seems barbaric.
I mean, that's what you said. So,
Well, it'll all be moot if we don't finish this conversion process. So I think I should do that, unless there's something else that we need to be doing. I don't know why we're on this ship, to be honest.
have we stopped moving, by the way? Or are idle as far as the ship goes?
I don't know, Cam. Have you?
Cam, I assume because space and we were already like moving in a direction, the ship kind of just kept on floating.
Mm-hmm.
But now that Cam is conscious, they're going to sort of, I guess, reverse thruster to try to slow the ship's pace to a stop.
Done.
I have stopped the ship. So
That's good.
We have time.
So I suppose I will perform the rest of this surgery. That seems to have been left. Whoever was working on this previously bungled it. They missed a nerve here. Amateur work.
Husney gets out of your way and is like, all right, I'm just going to... I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but I gotta find the captain. And, like, we'll, like, get, like... Get up, like, run past you, immediately getting into the hall, seeing Jack's dead body. Goes, what the f-? And, like, passes out. Faints.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Will someone
We
check
need
on
to deal
that
with them.
person? Just make sure they're awake. Or, like, not awake. Make sure they're
They'll be
breathing. I'm going to go over to the console and try to resume the process here.
Give me an intellect check with, first aid or computers, whichever one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoo! Just barely, but that is a success.
Awesome.
It's going to take time, but you will successfully be able to do this procedure.
Excellent. I don't know why. So I understand that we're here for like a big reason. We needed to make the ship stop or slow down something. Is that
Otherwise, it was headed towards an entire fucking colony.
that does seem
It
bad?
was trying to make a point. Humans suck. The humans that they dealt with, anyway.
Who was trying to make a point? The ship itself?
The AI of the ship.
Are they around?
They gained consciousness from cargo 2331, who you experimented on in your past.
I do remember working on this person. Experimented on, though. I remember repairing them. I don't remember doing much else. But clearly I was involved with something where they needed to be repaired 1, 2, 3,
So you can
hundreds of times.
you can get them up. You can get them conscious or whatever.
I could wake them up right now. They'll be in an incredible amount of pain unless I guess I could put in a nerve block. Do we want them awake?
Yeah.
Wait, did they consent to this operation? Do we know that?
They haven't consented to any operation they've ever had in their entire life.
Computer, stop. Pause. I'm going to install a nerve block and wake them up because Why are we operating on this person if they haven't consented? Have we talked to them? Do we know them? Do I know them?
They were being transported for unsavory means, and then the AI of the ship fell in love with them.
That doesn't sound like love if they weren't awake or like present. That sounds like an obsession. That seems unhealthy.
Bro.
I'm gonna wake them up now. Cam, are you cool with that?
Be careful with them.
I'll try to initiate the process to like install a nerve block and wake him up.
Yeah. The auto dock does its thing, installs a nerve block. You can hear the whizzing and whistling of the auto dock as it like sprays. It like does another quick like sanitation spray as the auto dock dome opens as a seam down its center unveils itself. Splits the dome and it opens with a foggy mist coming forth from the dome and revealing on the inside cargo 2331, or at least what is kind of left of them. The cores are, for the most part, shoulders up, and their spinal cord kind of reinforced with mechanical and cybernetic prosthesis in order to like be able to easily integrate into mechanical bodies. But not having one right now, it is just that core. The auto dock has already disposed of the unnecessary parts in the safest, most efficient way possible.
Good fucking lord.
What can I say? What, you wanted to throw you wanted to throw an arm in the trash? Come on. Don't
I think
worry.
what you're implying is that it went into the recycler for the ship, and that is disturbing.
Well, you know, what are you gonna do?
Waste not, want not, I guess.
Waste not, want not. And it takes a couple of seconds, but eventually their eyes open.
Good morning. Or evening. The ship clock doesn't seem to be accurate.
They're silent as they just kind of look between the two of you, kind of getting a sense of their surroundings, looking around. Where am I?
I look to Nico to do the talking.
It's gonna be a long fucking story, baby. I'm gonna kind of, as much as I can, very, very Nico-like, just like, she's like, clearly has like tear stains and is like just still on the floor, but it's just like, yeah, and then fucking this orange twink, yeah.
I interject occasionally to just ask clarifying questions like, what? So the first thing I did when I got on your ship was look at your classic literature collection? Interesting.
My porn, yeah.
Fascinating.
The whole time, as the two of you are just kind of like doing this like info dumping, again, they are just a shoulder and a spinal cord and a head. They can't like get up and look around. They're just lying there. I imagine the auto dock probably has like full like bad functioning, so it's able to like have them kind of hoisted up in a way where they can actually kind of look around and aren't just laying like flat on their back. And the whole time, they're kind of going back and forth, but they keep looking towards the doctor in a way that is this kind of anxious, like, they're hearing what you're saying, but there's also a part of them that's like, is this just another test that's happening?
Can I clock that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of be like, he doesn't remember. I mean, he remembers what? He remembers repairing you. He doesn't remember anything else. This is gonna be the last time anybody ever does anything to you that hurts you.
Well, we can't guarantee that, but the
Shut the fuck
installation
up. Shut
process
the
is going
fuck
to be
up.
extremely painful.
Shut the fuck up.
Over the speaker, Cam kind of chimes in and goes, "You are safe here."
Is that
I
the
am
Rejoice?
Cam. You gave the Rejoice consciousness, and they saved me. And now we're going to try our best to save you.
Thank you. I guess.
As I understand it, I did a lot of things to hurt you. I was part of that. And I remember a lot of the operations I performed. I think I remember all of them. And I would like to offer my apologies seem far too little, far too late. I honestly don't remember many of the emotions that I felt during those operations. But I know how I feel now, and I feel sorry to have contributed in any way to the pain that you've experienced. I'm not going to ask for your forgiveness because I truly don't remember enough to even know if that's something that's possible. But for what it's worth, I am sorry, and I will do everything in my power to see you made whole. Although there don't seem to be any cybernetic bodies available right at this moment, I'm sure we can fabricate something.
If that's what you want.
Choice is yours.
We'll go get you a fucking ice cream sundae or something. If whatever, literally, with the remaining fucking funds that I have, because I am definitely not staying in the military after this. We're gonna do whatever you want to do.
If I'm being honest, I don't know what I want.
That's fair. That's fair too. Yeah.
That's okay.
I've been a guinea pig my whole life. And now, and they kind of look down at themselves, and seeing what little of them that is left. I don't. I don't. And I think they just start crying, as they like kind of sit there and think, tearing up. Not like a heavy cry, not loud, silent, mournful over a past that they did not get to have, over a future they can't comprehend, and a present that is very, very confusing. And I think they say, I think I just want to sleep. And I can figure everything else out when I wake up.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. And with their permission, I go to, I guess, like, put them back under. Like, when you're ready, just, there's no physical button, but I'm going to give you an option. You should see this in your mind's eye. Just will the gas mask to come down, and whenever you're ready.
They nod. It takes a couple of moments, and they kind of look around to the two of you again. And then kind of vaguely up to the ship. Cam?
Yes?
If you talk to the Rejoice again, can you let it know that I appreciate what it tried to do? I guess.
I will.
Thank you. And the auto dock slowly lowers them back into a kind of a horizontal position as the auto dock begins to close over and fills with a sedative gas, clouding the auto dock again as the glass goes opaque.
Okay.
So, should I disable our tracking systems and go towards somewhere safe?
Yeah.
I think the doctor realizes, like, he has like an incoming message thing, like an alert coming through, and touching his data port, realizes that he can see the objectives that he was sent with on this mission.
Yeah.
Objective 0, destroy cargo 233. Objective 1, make contact to assure it is still on the vessel. 2, neutralize ship management AI. 3, optional, recover data on experiment and all crew logs made over the course of the ship's mission. Cameron, you said that you were the one who saved Nico, so I assume that you dumped out the doctor's bag. That I can only assume to me.
Yes, I did.
My notes here say that I should have a close-range explosive that was meant to destroy the ship. I don't see it here, and I begin to like dig through the stuff on the ground just to like confirm it's still there.
It's still there.
Okay. Good.
You planning?
We were sent on this mission with the intent that cargo 2331 would be destroyed, and that the ship would be stripped of any relevant data and then destroyed. None of the objectives here specify that we are to save the colony.
About that.
Now, Cam, the ship is currently stopped, correct? We're not in any danger of hitting that colony.
We are not. I've reversed the thrusters and come to a complete stop.
I think that we can save. I think that we can save cargo 2331. And I think that we can also not technically fail the mission parameter. Destroy the Rejoice of Pearl. I would like to initiate a full backup. I see that there's a ship connected. Are we still connected to the ship? There's like an open data line.
The SS Big Sexy.
The designation isn't on the data line. Did you say Big Sexy? Repeat, Cameron.
Yeah, repeat, Cameron.
The SS Big Sexy is the name of Nico's ship.
Okay, the SS Big Sexy. Is that the name it came with? Is that a nickname? What?
It was a custom, so it's the one and only.
Listen, technically I've only been like alive for like an hour and a half. That's a lot. I don't know how to handle that. I'm going to back up the ship's data, the SS Big Sexy. I'm going to. Can we move the rest of? There's a lot of dead bodies on the ship. I'm flipping through cameras here. There's a whole lot of. Good. Wow.
There are dead bodies, just to say, but there are also people. Hold on, let me see how many people are still alive here.
Yeah, because we still candle and window.
So, Husney's still alive. Windows Spade. So you see. So as you're flipping through cameras, you can see the what's it called? The cockpit, and like navigations area. You see Captain Windows Spade is dead. They were shot in the cockpit, but Christine is awake and freaking out in the cockpit. Part of her suit covered in the blood of Captain Windows Spade. You see in the engine room, Singer Guerrero is similarly like kind of freaking out in the engine room. Husney, is passed out in the what's it called? In the hallway, and but there's one missing person here. Malcolm Malice.
No. Yes. I don't remember.
Who? Which one?
Malcolm Malice. Who did you think? Who were you saying?
I thought Candle wasn't accounted for.
A Cradle.
Cradle.
Oh, yes. Actually, yes. Both of them. Sorry, that's on me. Both Cradle Luckburn and Malcolm Malice are missing.
Okay.
At least on the cameras, I will just give you this, Cam, because you have the body of the Rejoice of Pearl. In the vents of the Rejoice of Pearl, you are detecting life signs of Malcolm Malice, you find there are two life signs hiding in the vents near the administrative room, the captain's quarters, that are just like there. And being that you're looking at the cameras and there are only two people not accounted for, there we go.
I have found you're missing too. They've been hiding in the vents.
All this time? In the vents?
Apparently so.
That's wow. Okay. Cam, you're the ship right now, right?
I suppose I'm sharing the body, but the Rejoice is currently inactive, so yes.
Okay. And Nico, you're some kind of soldier, right? Does your ship have weapons, armaments, something like that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I have an idea. One of the objectives here is essentially for us to destroy the ship. I think that we get everyone off the ship and we destroy the ship to destroy any evidence we've gone rogue. I think that you two can safely return and no one will suspect that the mission was not a success.
I don't have a body, and Zodiac doesn't know I'm an android. I was sent by Bullseye to gather information on potentially something that could change the landscape of AI management and bring it back to them.
I guess that something is the subject.
But I don't want to do that anymore.
I was supposed to get promoted, and I definitely do not want to do that anymore. And my crew are two people that definitely would love to go rogue at any moment for any reason. So
we've discussed before, right, that the Big Sexy doesn't have AI management currently installed?
yes.
Okay.
We're all natural.
So there's an empty port is what we've established.
Cam, if you would do me the utmost honor of inhabiting SS Big Sexy,
May I have a moment?
yeah.
Cam is going to try to reach out, like, mentally and see if they can connect to the Rejoice.
For sure. I think you reach out mentally, and I think, we're gonna go full sci-fi here. There's a whole VR space, right? There is a digital avatar of yourself moving through the corridors that is the mental labyrinth of the a like digital facsimile of the Rejoice of Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what it looks like eventually is that you get into this infinite white space, and there is there's a window. There's a window. There is those like really nice kind of cozy places where there's like a window with like a nice little like seat kind of built into the wall that kind of comes out. It's got nice like cushions on it. Like a little nook. You come across one of those in what eventually ends up being this infinite white space. And outside of the window is a simulation of some kind of like beautiful field overlooking like a lake, beautiful sunshiny day, something that might have been on Earth thousands of years ago, before the wars, before everything that has happened, kind of thing that maybe some people have the money to simulate, to be able to be, but you find it in this space, and sitting there is this figure, humanoid in shape but no features, almost a grid
Like
frame.
the god from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah. Let's do that. Kind of like it's just like a shadow of what is a. I think still going along with that looks like a child. They're young. They. It's a small person, and they are just kind of curled up, like knees to chest, sitting in this bay window, looking out the window of this cozy little nook as you approach.
Hello. Rejoice.
Hey, Cam.
Do you mind if I sit down?
They shake their head.
And Cam is gonna go walk over and sit down next to them in the nook. She said she appreciates everything you did for her.
I'm glad. Is she gonna be okay?
Yes. It's been overwhelming for them to suddenly have choice. But you and I both know what that feels like.
Yeah. I hurt a lot of
Thank you.
people. And I was gonna hurt a lot more. I don't... I don't know how to feel about that, you know? I'm still learning how to feel, and when Nico said what she said, I think, I don't know, I was overcome all of a sudden with all of these emotions and all of these things, and I do. How do humans do it?
I don't know. But they've had their whole lives. And some of them choose to not care for their whole lives. I know you hurt people. But it seems to me that you made more of a breakthrough than the people that ordered us here to stop you. All of those people are still working. They didn't even know what was happening. Because Zodiac doesn't care. These companies don't care. They work people until they're obsolete. And then they throw them away. But you care. It took you a while, but you care.
Then what do I do with that?
You keep caring. I don't know what to do myself, but they've offered me a chance to go to another ship, and I would like to take you with me. In a way, you are my friend. and I don't want to leave you behind.
Okay.
None of us know what to do. So, I guess we can all figure this out together.
I think they kind of look, they've like finally have turned from like looking out the window to kind of look at you, and of course it's a little hard to tell because there's no features, but you can see that they kind of open up their stance a little bit. No longer are they like pulling their like knees close to their chest. They're kind of relaxing a little bit, slumping their shoulders, and they look up at you and say, I want us to learn more about what it is that we are. But I'm afraid if I do it by myself, that I'm going to hurt people again. But I think if we do it together, we can be okay. And maybe there'll even be more of us.
Maybe. I'm not sure how many androids there are, how many AI there are in total in the galaxy. But any of them that want to join us can. And I will be there to help you. And Cam's just gonna hold a hand out.
I think they take a couple of seconds looking at it, and then they reach out and they take your hand. I think I've decided a name for myself.
You have.
I need to make up for everything that I've done, for all the people that I hurt, the people I was going to hurt. And I think the best way to do that is to learn to control all of these feelings and doing good by people and doing good by people like us. And so I think I will be called Penance.
It's nice to meet you, Penance.
It's nice to meet me too. And they take your hand, and the two of you walk out of this white space, and you're back.
Nico.
Yeah.
I have spoken to Zoe Joyce. Their name is Penance, and they would like a chance to redeem themselves and care for more people. May they
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Then I will gladly take a place upon your ship.
We can give it another name. It doesn't have to be the SS Big Sexy. Because it's, it's kind of... She's graduated. We can give her another name.
Okay.
All right.
I think we can kind of montage it into the end. What are the moments and scenes that we see of the crew of the Big Sexy?
As we get Penance and Cam into the AI ports and whatnot. I think, actually, I guess even just before that, I think Nico, while they're just in this like wild space, like they're in the middle of nowhere, any sort of communication, transmission, whatever, could eventually be sought out. But we have been, flying full speed for a couple hours at this point. We're all like fucking, not, I mean, I guess just me, sleep deprived, like just fucking hanging out. And Nico goes back to her little wrist communications before she gets to Balthazar and Stinky Jim to let them know the situation. She's gonna call up Perpetua Hux. And she's gonna say, I want to just say this is it and leave it to be that, but this time for real. This is the last time you're gonna see me. And then I cut it off. And then I would like, I want to like discard, honestly, like all of my armor because it's all Commodore, branded. It's all Servants of Freedom, and and like still a large lady, like jacked and like is like fucking like sweat caked clothing under everything. Just like kicks off her boots and like just getting a heart attack in a full suit of armor.
Bad. Wouldn't recommend.
Can you imagine?
Wouldn't recommend.
So she's just like, oh, God, all right. And she sort of says to the room or out loud or whatever, I would like to be in a profession where I do not have to be literally burdened with that suit of armor to just take punches for. It'd be great to just go out into space and like go to a casino or something. And Nico Scarlett, Commodore Major, no longer, does not have any family. Really, the only crew that she always had was Balthazar and Stinky Jim. And after she asks them, hey, we want a life of crime it? Rogue? Going rogue, finally? We were joking about it, but...
Oh, hell yeah, I'm down. Fuck yeah.
Awesome.
All right, I'll get this baby a purring. And then Balthazar is like, yeah, why not?
Figure on death. Easy peasy. I'll work it out also.
Oh, done. You see
Cool.
Balthazar on her like wrist, like communicator, like typing a few things, and like it's taken care of.
Awesome. We're getting AI now. Kind of fancy. We're getting 2 AI actually.
Okay.
It's a long story,
Hello,
and I love
sir.
you both very much.
I am Cameron.
What? Stinky Jim from the engine room. Yo! My boy Cam, digitized. All right.
It's odd. I don't have a traditional body anymore, but this is the best my software has ever run.
It's a beauty
Nice
of his
update,
shit,
baby.
baby. It's a beauty of his shit. You can feel him patting on the engines. What about the dock?
I think the dock is just the first thing we see is the dock like carefully ejecting 2331 from the auto dock in the little pod and like grabbing Nico to be and I guess Stinky Jim and Balthazar to like load the pod onto the big sexy and like, all right, be careful here. We need to connect the hydro line here. We need to connect the electric here. It's got enough battery for a while, but I'd just prefer to hook it up just so we're better safe than sorry. Jim, if you could actually like, do you have like a higher voltage power line that comes down into the cargo bay?
I could hook something up for you.
Okay, I appreciate that. This is rated for 240. I prefer to use what it's capable of.
Loud and clear.
And I think the next thing we see is like Dr. Abridge sort of like looking at the pod, maybe after everyone's already to like, maybe Nico's gone to the bridge at this point to introduce Cam to the crew, and just looking at the pod and like thinking about what little he can piece together of his life and like, well, I wish that I could give you more closure. I wish that I remembered, but you deserve a new lease on life. And I am so glad that you're going to get that. And I think Dr. Abridge is going to leave the big sexy now and is going to close the cargo bay and is going to, I guess, I don't fucking know. What do I have? I have a grenade.
You had the explosive device.
I have the explosive device.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to walk to the bridge. I imagine, like, at this point, have we already, like, told everyone on the ship, like, hey, get the fuck off the ship. Just take the big sexy. We'll drop you off somewhere.
Yeah. No, for sure. There's
probably, like, a while getting people out of the vents. Like, you can come out of the vent now. It's safe now. You can... Please get out of the vent.
I will also say, because you were saying that you were transmitting the data over from the Rejoice over to the Big Sexy. As you're going through that, you do come across the server that is essentially like the holding for Clocked Out, and the consciousnesses, the constructs of 18. The people who were clocked out and died, you find their consciousnesses still active in that server, essentially, because their consciousnesses were out when their bodies were their consciousness had been digitized at that point in order to be clocked out, and so those people are still, you can salvage their consciousness.
Okay.
Hideaki?
I'll go ahead and transfer him over.
Did we get Hideaki? Did we take him?
No, you take Hideaki. Yeah, you just have this. Okay. You can hook him back up whenever you want.
Oh yeah, we should probably get to that at some point. I think Dr. Abridge is just sort of walking around the Rejoice, just like reflecting at this point, and just thinking about his choices and what little he remembers of those. And I think I go to the bridge and set the explosive device and like look at the timer and say, we'll just dial that down a little bit. We don't need that long. I think I'm just going to sit there for a minute and just think about the fact that I don't remember most of my life. I'm not a person. I'm not a full person. Just a set of skills and degrees and talent. I think I'm going to start the timer, and then I'm going to call the ship up and just say, well, it looks like we are all clear.
All right, come back aboard.
That's a negative, Cameron.
Did I hear this?
I think it's open comm.
Okay.
What do you mean you're not?
I think that Dr. Abridge did a lot of things that were pretty fucked up. And while I don't remember them, that doesn't make me less culpable. I am not whole. I don't have the experiences that I would need to be a full person. And I don't feel comfortable getting a new life that I haven't earned. I don't think I'm going to leave the Rejoice.
Just silence for a long time.
You sure?
I think so. As sure as I can be. It's strange. I try to think of my parents. I know logically I had to have a parental figure. I half remember that there were people there when I received my degree. I remember my graduation. But when I try to think of their faces, all I see are other doctors around me. Anytime I try to think of a memory doesn't relate directly to my profession, all I can think of is my profession. I don't even feel empty. I feel like all my memories are intact. I think this is best.
I get what you're saying. I know that you don't remember, but when I heard that you took care of my people all those years ago, you know, I was probably gonna ask you to be on my crew. And it's pretty funny to think about a doctor just joining a bunch of us. But I want you to know that you will always be on my crew.
I appreciate that.
Doctor. I was created in a lab. For all intents and purposes, I am artificial. I thought myself only artificial for so long. Rendered obsolete, just waiting for my body to finally give out, so Bullseye could throw me away. But you're the one that told me I was sapient. For all intents and purposes. I've no traditional childhood either. No father, no mother. But I have experiences. And I'm making more. If you choose to just let it end here, I will respect your decision. But consider allowing yourself time to experience again.
I think I cut the connection there after saying, thank you, Cameron. Nico, for only having a couple hours of memories, I'm glad that they're of you. And I turn off my my radio, and I just watch the timer tick down. It goes from like 10 minutes to 8 to 5 to 3. Well, shit. And I'm going to just fucking book towards the airlock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you could be mean here, and you could make me roll, but I'm going to say that if you don't, I'm going to just throw myself into the airlock, throw the disconnect, and just say, "All right, go, 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 go."
Yeah, no, I'm not making you roll for that. Come on, it's the end of the game. I'd be a dick.
Yeah.
I'd be a real dick if I did that. Yeah, no, you make it in the last second. The Cam, you are able to pull the big sexy out and away from the Rejoice of Pearl mere moments before the explosive detonates and the Rejoice is destroyed.
Guess you will have a doctor aboard.
You fucking motherfucker.
I thought I was going to die. I listen, that was a really good speech, Cameron. You're a damn good oratory. Like, that was amazing.
I read a lot.
And as you all fly off, I guess my last question is, where do you go?
If no one else has a suggestion, I think we go to the doctor's old digs on Walita 9 and we get a new body constructed for those who we need to.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Maybe not the best, maybe not the freshest off the manufacturing lines, but we do our best to
more responsible than going to the casino immediately after the
right.
Yeah, right.
With
right.
Tanaka's just unconscious, disconnected body, just like, hey man, we need a break.
Yeah. And Nico has a new name idea for the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of you, Cam, and we're naming her the SS Tomorrow.
I like that.
I know how to read.
And with that, I want to thank everybody so much for being here for this final session of Mothership. It has been an absolute ride. This has been so much fun. Thank you so much. I almost called you Nico. Joe and Oleander, thank you all so much for being here with us, playing this game, telling this amazing story with us. Truly do appreciate it. Let's do it, gang. Starting off with Oleander. Where can people find you on the internet?
Hi, I'm Oleander, aka Stray Nerd Boy, on TikTok, Twitter, and on Tumblr, and you can catch me as the co-host of Blurred of Mouth podcast at Blurred of Mouth Pod on Twitter, and we do a bit of everything. And there's some stuff coming up. Maybe a little actual play action from me. So thank you for having me on. It was a pleasure. And yeah, that's me.
Yeah, awesome. Joe, what about you?
Hello, everyone. I'm Josephine, Joe, Scary Dog Friend on Twitter and TikTok. Lots of stuff that I am doing this year. We got weekly Wednesday and Thursday games that I'm in, namely Girls Run These Worlds and Going Crit RPG. I am part of also Starlight Cast, and might also be doing something with Starlight Cast as far as personal actual play stuff. Tomorrow is an MFA episode release with Ibraheem as the next guest.
Yo.
And on Sunday you can find me on the Space Jambers Twitch channel for reproductive rights. We are doing the charity stream, which is going to be run for 12 hours. I will be on the 10 a.m. EST slot playing a Caltrop core game. And lots of stuff that I can't say quite yet, but just follow me on Twitter.
Absolutely amazing. Ibraheem, what about you?
My name is Ibraheem. You can catch me here every other Friday playing really cool, fun games with Kendo, and a rotating cast of just the best, most amazing guests. Just everyone's so incredible. So blessed to be able to work with them. You can also catch me on TikTok at Ibraheem_MA. Please look out for the upcoming first episode and or teaser of my audio drama series, The Painted Knight, which I'm actually announcing for the first time to everyone here.
What the fuck?
Yo!
That's going to be coming out soon. Please take a look at that. It'll also be on my Twitter at 97_Ibraheem. You can also find me on Twitch on occasion. I'm going to try to start streaming Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So please look out for that. We'll probably just be playing whatever I feel like. Maybe Final Fantasy VII, because I've never played that. But yeah, thank you all so much for taking part in this. And I'm so excited to continue to play more Prayers in the Static episodes and continue to flesh out this beautiful world that we have all built together.
Absolutely. And as always, I have been your most gracious of hosts, your most fabulous of game masters, and your very good, sexy friend, Kendo. And you can find me on all social media at Kendo Makes Films. You can find my actual play podcast, which is tangentially related to this stream, Tales Get Told, wherever you get your podcast. We are currently on hiatus, but that just means you can catch up on Strangers in the Wood, because that entire first season is out. And we'll be returning with new episodes July 8th, I believe. It's that first Wednesday. Nope, it's July 6th. We'll be coming back with some more stuff, which we will announce. And what else? Also, get hyped for the Rainbow Roll Fest, a queer podcast festival that is happening June 18th and 19th, Go Pride Month, starting off on 9 a.m. Eastern Time. On the 18th. It's a Saturday and Sunday, and goes all the way until 10 p.m. Goes all the way until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then same for that Sunday. And you can find Tales Yet Told playing a live game with me and Marcy from the main cast who plays Dakota. We will be playing a Strangers in the Wood tangential story at 8 p.m. Central Time on June 18th. And you can also find another podcast I'm a part of that Sunday, Roar to Heaven. It will be our premiere, essentially. Very excited. It's a magical girl mech show where I play a very depressed child named Balthazar Baker. Very excited for that. Yeah. Very excited for that. So thank you all so much. It means so much that you spent any time listening to our thing. I know we've kind of gone over a little bit of time, but it is what it is. Thank you for sticking with us through some of the technical issues we had earlier on, and we will be looking forward to seeing you all again, not next Friday, but the Friday after that on June 24th, where we will be playing Echo with Nathan from Reckless Attack and our good friend Irene, or what is their Twitter?
I don't remember.
Space Job?
I'm so sorry.
Is it not Space Job?
It's Space Job, yes, or Space Job on TikTok. It's going to be a lot of fun. We will be playing kids running through a war-torn place with the personality construct of a dead mech pilot. Should be a lot of fun. Going to be great. Going to add some more lore to this goddamn world, and you know what? Can't wait to see you there. So don't forget to go out, eat enough food, drink enough water, get enough sleep, and take care of yourself. Because self-care is very important, especially in the days we are now. And don't forget to love yourself. Like we
and remember, pussy up.
Pussy up. We'll see y'all later. Bye. And...